Hello, my loves. I am here with your weekly pick a card reading, back to normal with a tripod and a sexy camera. If you don't know how this works, we have 3 sets of cards here. We have set number 1, represented by a purple bracelet, set number 2, represented by like this peachy pink bracelet, and set number 3, represented by the blue bracelet. So take a moment, see which set you are most drawn to, and then I will give you a reading with those cards. You may be drawn to more than one set. You may be drawn to all 3. That's fine. There's no wrong answers here. But take a moment for yourself, pause, and see which one or ones are calling to you. All right, let's get started with set number 1. I'm just going to move these guys out of the way. These are very wily cards. All right, let's see. We have got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Don't panic. The King of Pentacles. I'm sorry, the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. You've got the 9 of Cups. Very nice. And Tortoise. All right. I might have to rearrange those. There we go. So with these animal spirit oracle cards, they already come with like a little blurb on them, and I don't always like connect with that, but I'm going to read it to you anyway. It says, "You're too fragmented, so do whatever it takes to get grounded." Always good advice. But so what I'm seeing here is that you have got some opportunity right in front of you, and you have things that you need to do, goals that you need to achieve, and it's not really about like wishing. It's more about like there's things that you need to get done, but the energy is there for you. However, I feel that right now you're feeling a little bit too scattered, and you're kind of like pulling yourself back, and you're not really diving. Actually, I feel like you're so scattered that you may want to be like, I want to do this and I want to do that and I want to do the other thing, but you kind of need to focus it all together right now and bring yourself to a more grounded place. And so we're not going to be impulsive. So when you have things in front of you and you've got opportunities in front of you and some choices that you're going to be making, you kind of want to weigh your options. You know, we talk about this a lot, you know, writing down a list of pros and cons, but being aware of what you're going through, being aware of what you're looking at in life right now as you're heading towards your goals. You want to be focused, and you want to be, you know, very clear about what your intentions are. But you don't want to make any rush decisions. So we're going to look at everything with a very practical mind. And so it's not going to be like, I know that the 9 of Cups is a very optimistic card, and it's, you know, like, you know, your wish card and things working out for you. And so, and that energy is there for you, but we don't want to rush into things. We don't want to just like dive head first without looking at where we're going. So you want to just be just acutely aware of everything that's being presented to you and all of the options that you have, and work with that energy, and just, you know, don't rush things. Don't be impulsive. You know, really, really think through everything. Tortoise is a beautiful, beautiful symbol. It's all about, you know, you think about the tortoise and the hare story, where slow and steady wins the race, and that's where we're at right now. So, you know, we're following that energy. We're following that slow energy, and it's not that slow. Like, slow energy can be frustrating, and especially right now with everything that we're going through, I think a lot of us want just things done now. Let's just get it done and over with. Let's get out of this bull crap. But right now, this is saying to you, take it slow. You do have good things around you. You do have good opportunities around you. You have improving energy around you, but it's going to be about you being very delicate about it, being very just like sure-footed and steady, and not just like a big whoosh through. You know, we got the Knight of Pentacles here, and you know, when you look at the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands, they tend to be fast moving, and the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups tend to be a bit slower. And the Pentacles card on a lot of sets that I have, he's on a horse, and that horse is all four hooves are on the ground because he's steady. You know, he's not rushing, unlike, you know, two of the other knights who are just like full on running into battle, ready for anything. This guy, he is looking at everything. I mean, he is looking dead on straight at you, holding this pentacle, holding this opportunity, looking at you, but he has slowed down and he has stopped. He's taking his time. You know, so we want to keep with that energy with this Knight of Pentacles and with this tortoise. You know, we want to keep with that slow energy and not get discouraged about how things aren't moving very quickly. You know, that energy is there. The Nine of Cups is there for you. The wish from fulfillment is there for you. The optimism, you know, those, you know, wonderful gooey things, they're there for you. We're just not rushing into them. I know I'm going around in circles kind of saying the same thing. And remember too, with the tortoise energy, like a lot of what you have, a lot of what you need on your journey is right there with you. It's all like within, you know, within you. You think about a turtle and a tortoise, you know, they're carrying their home on the back, you know, they're very, very powerful energy, and they're very connected to creation and to home life and to your own personal power. And just remember how much that you already have within you. And a lot of this too is like, we're not really seeking external validation for where we're going and what we're doing. We're, you know, pulling from within, and we're working with what we've got within us, you know, in just a very stable manner. So that's it for you this week, is just slow down, take things at a good, smart pace, not a lazy pace. Just, you know, think about your steps as you're taking them. Keep your vision clear. Don't rush into things. Beautiful energy, though. I love that the Nine of Cups is here for you. You know, I know some people look at the Wheel of Fortune in reverse and they get a little bit afraid, but with the other energy there, I think it's more about just needing to slow down and pull back and not rush. All right, so set number 2, we have got the Fool. Beautiful. We've got the Page of Rods. I'm sorry, my bracelet is the thing that's making all of that noise. We've got Temperance and the Roadrunner. All right, we're going to read this little blurb on the Roadrunner, and it says, keep your sense of humor and don't take things too seriously. I'm actually going to pull away from that, though. I think right now, so we're almost opposite of the first one. I'm going to talk about the Roadrunner for a second. Roadrunners, I think a lot of us, when we think of Roadrunner, at least for me, being my age, you remember Roadrunner from Looney Tunes, you know, Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote. And the Roadrunner is always running away and, you know, getting into shenanigans and evading the coyote and, you know, always getting the best of him. In nature, Roadrunners are actually pretty good predators. They are extremely fast. They are smaller than us, obviously, but they are way faster than people. And they are a predator. They're not a prey animal. I mean, they can be eaten, but they are a predator. They're opportunistic. They eat anything. They'll eat plants. They'll eat stuff that they find on the ground, but they will go after things like, you know, other little birds, little frogs, scorpions, snakes, bugs. So they're very opportunistic with what they eat. They see something that they want and they go and they're like, I want to eat that. And so they go for it. They're very good at making quick, you know, maneuvers. So they can change on a dime. They can read the room, so to speak, and adapt themselves to where they need to be going. And, you know, they keep their eye on the prize and they go for it while keeping in mind the obstacles that are in their way. They're not allowing themselves to get tripped over. They are also, in some Native American cultures, they are believed to be, or indigenous cultures, they are believed to be very protective. You you know, for several reasons. And one of the reasons is that their footprint makes almost like an X shape, and it's like this weird little X. It sort of looks like that. And the X shape is, you know, a very protective symbol. So nice, beautiful symbol of, you know, vision and agility and adaptability, as well as protection. And we have the Fool and the Page of Rods. And I just want to like move these cards for a second, because it's like the Page of Rods right here. When you put them side by side, it's like the Page of Rods, which is the Page of Wands, is calling out to the Fool card. You know, the Fool is about starting a new journey, new beginnings, taking that leap of faith and moving quickly. It's very much like this Roadrunner energy. Like the Roadrunner, it's speeding along. It's not stopping and thinking about what it wants to do next. Like it's speeding along and being aware of its surroundings and knowing what it wants to do. You know, so it's very similar, like leap, sort of like a leap of faith, but being smart about it, because when you want to know what's ahead, or you want to have an idea of what you want to be ahead before you take that leap. And the Page of Rods is all about exploring and being willing to discover new things, being willing to learn new things, and really getting in touch with your passions, your sense of creativity, what you're good at, and what you want to do with what you have. You know, so think about what you're good at, what your talents are. Like, how do you want to expand those? How do you want to continue to learn about something that you're interested in? Do you want to take a class? Do you want to go in an immersive experience? You know, travel, explore. I know that we're very limited here, so it might be virtually, but it's all about being very open and just viewing things in like this kind of like bathed in wonder and an openness to discover things about, you know, your external world, but also about yourself. And I love that, you know, when you put the two of them here, it's like the Page of Rods is like your passion and your creativity and that drive to get you going and motivated and further expanding on yourself. That's calling to this Fool, and the calling to this new beginning is like, say, hey man, I got this inside of me, and now it's time to take the leap and do something about it. So we've got that, and we've got the Roadrunner energy, and then we've got Temperance. And Temperance is beautiful energy. This is about balance. It's about blending. There's being in touch with your intuition as well, and just and patience as well. So Temperance and Roadrunner, they almost kind of work against each other, right? Because this is like, I am going, I'm moving, and Temperance is like, well, we're just going to be patient. You know, we're going to be balanced. And I think it actually blends in nicely. So we want to go for it. We want to go for this energy, right? We want to take that leap of faith. We want to be quick. We want to be agile. We don't want to be waiting for something to drop in our lap. Okay, we're going to, you know, have a good vision, and we're going to go for it. And Temperance is reminding us that that is all good. Just be smart about it. Be patient. You know, things might not happen lickety-split, but when they do, you know, go for them. Take that opportunity. But also be balanced within yourself. So remember that as you're about to embark on this little fool's journey going on here, and you're running towards what you want to do, keep yourself balanced. Don't get yourself overhyped, overstressed. You know, don't allow yourself to be tripped up over any obstacles that are in your path. You know, keep a wide eye, keep your third eye open, and keep going for it. But just be measured in your responses, be measured in your actions, be measured along your journey. But beautiful, beautiful energy here. Something new brewing. But again, this is about, yes, we're being patient and balanced, but we're also not skipping over opportunities, and we are not waiting for things to drop in our laps. All right, set number 3. We have got the 4 of Rods, the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. I actually can't see my screen, so I'm sorry. Okay, Death, good. And Dog. Okay, I am going to take just a brief second, and I'm going to restart my camera because it is running out. So we're going to hold that for a moment. So this is set number 3. All right. Sorry about that. It was just flashing at me. So I didn't want it to stop in the middle of your reading. Okay, so we have set number 3 here. We got the 4 of Rods, the 3 of Pentacles in reverse, Death, and Dog. And let me just give you this blurb. It says, your loyalty and faithfulness is misplaced by serving too many masters. Now, I don't know if you have seen on my Instagram, a few days ago, I posted a 1-minute reading. And it's on my Instagram, and it's also linked on my Facebook page, all the same name, Third Eye Lioness. But in that reading, we had, I'm trying to remember, I think it was a Page of Cups in reverse. There was the 7 of Swords, the 7 of Wands, the 5 of Wands, the Devil, the Ace of Swords, and the Chariot. And I know there's somebody else that I am missing. I think there's something else. But the energy that I got from that was that you are moving along, you know, on your path, doing your thing, moving along through life, trying to figure things out, and there's too much bullshit around you. And I feel that this is very connected to that reading. So this may be a smaller group of you that are attracted to this. I know on Facebook, less people picked this group, but there's so many more people that view this and look at it and never actually, you know, post what they're choosing. But I feel like you might want to go over to that post on my Instagram or on Facebook and take a peek at it, or I just told you what it was. But there's a lot of energy around of other people's drama, kind of just like dragging you down. And the four of Wands, 4 of Rods here is very much about your relationships, your community. It's usually a joyful card and a card of celebration. You see it a lot when there's like a marriage, an engagement, you know, new baby, new love, even new job. But when I'm seeing it here with the 3 of Pentacles in reverse, and then with this dog energy and death, I feel like there's a break somewhere there within how you're interacting with your community or your family right now. Like there's disharmony. That's the way it is. There's just disharmony. And there's drama, and there's other people's bull crap, right? And I want you to just take a moment for yourself and realize that you are above that. And while sometimes it can be very tempting, or it's very easy to get embroiled in conflict, it's very easy to get sucked into other people's drama. And a lot of times it's not because you're like, ooh, I love drama. Let's get together with, and shit talk people or get into this and have a fight. It's not like you're looking for that. It's more that I feel you're this kind of person that when the drama happens or when conflict happens, you kind of get pulled into it because you're somebody who's very measured in your responses, and you're somebody who can normally parse through the bullshit and get 2 sides to see what's going on, to understand each other. You're somebody that wants to help. You're somebody that wants to fix it. And right now you can't. I think that getting involved in other people's mess is going to pull you back. And it's going to keep you from this moment here, which is, death is beginning anew. It's a rebirth and it's a transformation. But death also comes when we need to release something. And I think you need to release what's going on here with the interplay between these 2 cards. Understand that you can't always fix everything. Understand that sometimes conflicts happen and that they're not always going to be solved the way that you want them to be solved. And sometimes, and you have to let other people fix their own shit sometimes. Yeah, it's great to want to help. It's great to want to counsel people. Obviously, that's, something that we all need. We all need friends and family members who are there, who are willing to help us there. And it's not like, I'm not saying that you can't be an ear to somebody, but I feel like it's getting a little bit too much into you emotionally and is interfering and distracting you from the things that you need to do for yourself, both in an emotional manner as well as in a practical manner when it comes to getting shit done around the house, getting things done with school, and getting things done with work. I feel like being caught up in other people's nonsense is going to pull you back from that. So there needs to be some sort of release where you're letting go of the hold that this has on you, so that you're able to continue on your transformation, continue on your rebirth, and work on yourself. And, when you're working on yourself, other people around who are embroiled in whatever this drama is might be like, oh wow, look at so and so, they're putting in the work and they're changing, and I kind of like that. And they may follow your lead when you're doing that, but right now you can't get caught up in this crap. It's good to be, and I think a lot of times too, we feel like we need to be loyal to people, and that's just dog energy. Dog energy is very loyal, right? And we feel like we need to stay by somebody's side even when they might not be behaving properly, or just their stuff is just too heavy for you to deal with, and it's okay for you to step back. Right now you need to focus more inwardly, and you need to focus more on yourself before you're able to focus on other people and help them. And it's a very cliche thing when you say you've got to work on yourself before you help others, or you have to put on your own oxygen mask before you can help other people. However, you view that, but it's true, right? A lot of times we give so much of ourselves that we drain ourselves, and giving of yourself is great, but you can't constantly pour from an empty cup. So work on yourself, focus on the things that you need to do, and try to avoid this drama. And you don't have to be nasty about it. If you're being pulled into something like consciously where people are like, hey, listen, you need to step in here, you need to do something, you might have to set up those boundaries and be like, listen, I can't right now. I can't deal with that right now. I wish you the best. Please work it out, and you're going to have to work it out in another way, but I can't be involved right now. So it's some walk away energy. And I don't want to sound like it's all blah, all this drama energy, or there's nothing beautiful about this reading like other two readings. It is a beautiful reading. It is. We have this death card, which is a change that needs to happen, and it's not always easy, and especially when you're dealing with other people and you might be setting boundaries, it's not always easy, but it's going to be a beautiful thing for you. It's going to be a beautiful new beginning for you. It's a beautiful renewal for yourself, okay? And eventually it'll get to the point where, this is upright and they're working more in conjunction, so let that happen down the line. For right now, we're going to work on you. And just stay out of it. Don't get involved. Take some time for yourself and set boundaries is basically what I wanted to say. I took like 9 minutes to say. Think for yourself, set boundaries. Don't get wrapped up in other people's bullshit. You have beautiful things coming for yourself, and that's what you need to focus on. All right, my lovelies. All in all, great readings for everybody this week. I hope you are all healthy and safe. Any of you who are living in the Gulf states, especially Texas, Louisiana, please, I'm sure you're probably not focusing on my YouTube video right now, but please be safe. I am keeping you in my heart and in my thoughts and in my prayers. Sending you all tons of love, lots of healing, and I will see you next week. Thank you for watching. Bye.